Okay, I gotta pour myself an apple juice. I'm gonna drink so much apple juice. I'm gonna become an apple. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, let's game. Let's open this game and let's game. Hello, Isik. How's it going? Oh, here it is. Okay, I gotta get this game in here. Oh, huh. I'm a simple girl. I see DDLC, I click. Welcome, Heartbroken Lamb. Huh. It's not showing up in the game source. So let me just add a new window capture. I'm ready for depression. Well, I don't know what you mean, Luke. I don't know what you mean. There it is. I've hidden myself, so now everything's exactly what I want. Okay. Alright. I'm ready to play. This game is not suitable for children, or those who are easily disturbed. Oh no. Cool, okay. I'm not gonna look at the content warnings, so... Highly disturbing content? I don't know what the disturbing content is in this game, so... I hope it's not too disturbing for me. Oh my god, it's really putting that in. You're in for a trip. I don't know anything about it, so let's go. Oh. Should I do my real name or should I be like Mickey Mouse? Like, I'm Mickey Mouse. That's who I am. Can't do a space. Sad. Phil Mitchell. Phil Mitchell. That's who I am. I'm Phil Mitchell. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Hello, secret frogs. Hello, Flapjack. Hello, Clorta. Hey, Ravane. Hey, Phil Mitchell. Welcome to my world. I'm Phil Mitchell. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. Wow. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of worked out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. And if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha! Ha! I overslept again! But I caught you this time! Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Wait, I should be doing like a Bill Mitchell voice. Maybe. I'm not gonna do a full... Eh, you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. Ooh, bruh. set up an account just to watch Cubmoth react to this game. Oh. I stopped watching a Big Joel to watch this instead. Yes! I win! Tiny hands. That's me and Phil Mitchell. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Oh god, I'm feeling a new form of fear now. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. Expropriate the Big Joel audience, that's right. They're gonna be mine instead. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Phil Mitchell, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. Thanks for the follow, Secret Frogs. I haven't been looking either. I haven't been looking either. That's what he's like. He's like, that's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Wow, Phil. Wow, Phil. Thanks for the follow, the lick 86. I don't know how to pronounce lick. Is it like that? Because I've read that word so many times and I've never learned how to pronounce it, and now I feel like a terrible person. This is my downfall. Like, which? Ugh. I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations. Oh, I read that. Right. Okay. Phil, concentrate. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Oh, games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Wow. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Man, I could have used a friend who was this into my well-being. At that kind of age. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. Phil Mitchell-kun. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Whatever, yeah, I guess I'll, yeah. He's really into it. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Sayori's the best character in my opinion. Well, so far she's the only one I know, so I would agree. My mom made me join a club in high school, so I joined the anime club. Oh. We don't do clubs in this country. The school days is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. It didn't help my people skills. But it did help your anime skills, right? Right? Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Know what? Phil Mitchell's have a different voice every moment. Well, but you can come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Yeah, so I'm a pro at anime, got a certificate and everything. Meanie! Sayori is vice president of the Literature Club. Oh. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. How old is Phil Mitchell? I don't know. How old is Phil Mitchell? Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. You're on Discord? Sure I am. I'm on Discord on my own. That's where I like to be. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Canonically 43 in this game. Yes, let's go. Oh my god, where are we going? And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Awesome. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit being generally used for third-year classes and activities. I like your little bunny animation. Thanks, Flapjacks. He's a powerful little bunny. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. Girl 1, welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. I've never in my life seen a blazer this tight-fitting. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Phil Mitchell, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. Well, words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Oh, what are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Me and the homies say the main character. Phil Mitchell should be a character in every work of fiction, IMO. True. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Oh no, not this game. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. Okay. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Wow. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Time for existential dread. Those blazers look so uncomfortable. Yeah. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Phil Mitchell. Monica smiles sweetly. I feel like Monica is like a serial killer. That's my immediate impression about Monica. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. That's how I label females within my proximity. You are girl 1, you'll be 2, and so on and so forth. And there is nothing wrong with that at all. Come sit down, Phil Mitchell. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. This is just like what happens in EastEnders. I'll get the cupcakes. It's weird how she faces you directly. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I get a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh my god. Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes, decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Ehehe, well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayuri grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayuri talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. What a fool. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. Man, she's talented. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? Yeah, I thought you technically did. Sayuri said, well, maybe, but not for you. You know, you dummy. Alright, alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. They've really gone all out in a way that makes me uncomfortable. Like, I don't know you. Stop being nice to me. Thanks for the follow. Your true stale. Yeah, that was good. Nailed it. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? No. I guess. Girl 2 was not logical enough for Phil Mitchell. Hot cup of tea illegal. That's true. Ehehe. Don't let yourself get— I hate when they do like the ehehe. Like, I don't want to read that out. But okay. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I mean, I'd stay in any club that gave me sweets. Yeah. Thanks for the follow, The Outsider Humanist. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayuri. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayuri seems really happy here. So, that's okay, don't be embarrassed. I forgot the hyper-intense underboob shading. Yeah, it looks like shrink wrapped on. Well, make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. It looks like a corset that goes on top of your clothes. It's just really well-tailored clothes, don't worry everyone. Yeah, like incredibly well-tailored. Like, what's going on with this tailor? Okay. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Ahaha, well, you know. They all love saying that. You know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs while me online. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and public publicity and how to prepare for events. Sorry I'm being bad at reading. I think I'm like reading too fast for my eyes. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. Everything's just really funny, yeah. She's just laughing up a storm. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. I said that really weird. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. I know, it's there because, well, the Discord is there because someone might come in later and I won't be able to, like, see the Discord on my stream to know that they're in there. So if the Discord is just on my thing, then I'll see, like, I don't have to check the Discord before they come in. Because I don't know, it wasn't planned. And otherwise, then I just have the Discord in the corner. That's just, this is part of my gorgeous stream. Anyways, such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were also delighted by the idea of a new member joining, though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Phil Mitchell, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past 3 years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Actually, I may as well just make it not visible, and then if someone comes in, I'll hear them. Right? That's a genius move. So I'll do that. There you go. Wow. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. That's Discord in the corner. That's me in the spotlight. Thank you for that. That was good. Discord isn't real. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Oh, have you read Anne Leckie, Yuri? Read some Anne Leckie? Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Like Harry Potter. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? I wonder if that's foreshadowing at all. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Oh, I read a horror book once. Clifford the Big Red Dog? Yes, Clifford the Big Red Dog. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at a minimal level. Wow. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. As someone as gentle as you. Yuri loves the Clifford books, yeah. They are pretty scary. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? Are you gonna finish the game today or put it in parts? I don't know. It depends, I guess, how long, or just when I feel like stopping. What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. This is a speed run? Yeah. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud. Now give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayuri sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Jesus Christ, Yuri. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. Mule sits in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little bit more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Phil Mitchell? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Eh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayuri may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, Phil Mitchell. You all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayuri wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Phil Mitchell, how could you break their hearts? There, that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Oh, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Phil Mitchell, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Phil Mitchell, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayuri and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Phil Mitchell, mediocre writing? Never. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sneeze. Sneeze time. Sneeze time. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Bless you, thank you. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh my gosh. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Honestly, I like Natsuki the most so far. Wow. Phil Mitchell can do it. He'll be the new Vivaldi. Oh my god. Coffee. Clouds. She likes cute words. Sparkle. Oh. Hi, Pokemon boy. Puppy. Yes. This is just this is great games. Daydream. Email. Marshmallow. Whoop. This is great. Heaven sent. Oh my god, spinning. This poem isn't gonna be good, I feel. I feel it's just not gonna be good. Kitty. Anime. Bunny. Skipping. Okay. I don't know what that means, Pokemon boy, but yes. Yes. Hi again, Phil Mitchell. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha! Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my words. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everybody else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Phil Mitchell. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Are you a member of the Beatles, Pokemon boy? Are you Ringo Starr? Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserved any slack. Sayuri told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year, and last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Okay. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated.
I am here.
Hello! I'll put the Discord thing back on. Hey! Welcome to my stream.
I just kind of hopped onto it. Hello.
How's it going?
It's alright.
I'm playing the game.
I like this video game.
Good. Let's play it. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Phil Mitchell always gives it his best, as long as he's having fun.
Phil Mitchell!
Manga is literature.
Phil Mitchell thinks manga is literature. That's Bender's canon. No.
It is, yeah. He loves it. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayuri, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. Let me just adjust my volume here. Okay.
Oh, sorry if that's on my end. My thing's been really quiet recently and I don't know why.
Oh no. Okay, hopefully that is a little better. Can't take my eyes off the animated bunny over your cam. Yeah, he's a big boy.
He's very good.
This is Elodie. Elodie has a little YouTube channel and loves this game.
YouTube channel. I wrote a very long article about this back when it came out.
You should link it in the chat for people.
Oh, yeah, that'd probably be like an idea if I wanted people to look at it, to actually send a link.
Yeah, if you wanted to. Thanks for the follow, Wolf Spammy. He is the child this game is not suitable for. Whoa, you cracked that code. Okay. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Phil Mitchell can become good friends too.
I wish that me and Phil Mitchell could become good friends.
Honestly true. So true. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something to say, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. If you like this game, you should try out a game called One Shot. It's on Steam for $9.99 and it's beautiful. Cool.
Pretty sure it's in my wish list, but I've not played it.
Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read, and we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. Spiritfarer. I've seen a lot of people playing that lately. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Ugh. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. What? I just say that about, like, I guess EastEnders. That's true about EastEnders. Like communism, Rufane. How did you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. He knows that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait, girls. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. Oh my god. This guy... He's not about things that he doesn't read. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. Oh, Elodie, since I'm doing a lot of reading, feel free to jump in at any time and interrupt me. Assuming you're here at the time. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. Thanks to the follow, Luvia Tamatsu. Welcome to Phil Mitchell's world. But I'll tell you one thing, Phil Mitchell. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. She's so wise. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colourful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Thanks to follow Holds Bratton. Phil Mitchell's amorous anime adventure. Don't just stand there. What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Huh? Why is that? Ah, I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Thanks for following Sinner Sarah. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space, while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, you pay attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. Natsuki's eyes are pink because the blood vessels in her eyes are pink. It fills me with very creepy vibes. What? The blood vessels in her hair are pink too.
I love that.
I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining, but later on there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. Did you ever notice how it's only called Slice of Life as it's about a person whose life is really boring? That's not true. It's called Slice of Life if you start playing guitar. I'm thinking of K-On! Specifically. Which is, it's pretty fun. I mean, their lives are exciting.
They go to London at one bit, I know that much.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah. That's great. That's where rock music is.
True. That's what really makes it so good. There are so many touching parts. Wow. She has a lot of things to say, and I love that. There are so... yeah, okay. Ah, is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Oh, dropped my phone. So I'm worried about that. Ugh. That's fine, I got my phone. That's fine. I got
Is
it.
your phone okay?
It's fine.
I don't think anyone could cope without you being able to tweet quite as much.
Yeah, that would be bad.
I dropped my phone a couple days ago,
Whoa.
and then the whole phone died. And I had to
No.
order a new one. But it's technically still alive and still has battery because the screen is what died, and it keeps buzzing with notifications.
Oh god. That's like... That is a nightmare. That's its own nightmare.
Toot toot.
Okay. What? I dropped my phone right now? Oh no. Get out of my apartment, come on. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was the phone dropping ghost just making its way. Making its way around here. Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Hey, very tall bot. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Oh my goodness. We read on for a few more minutes.
I picked up killing people with a book on manga. That's what I do now.
Yeah, that's a pretty
That's
good
my
one.
big hobby.
That's a pretty
I
good
like it.
one. My hobby is like making, doing like ninja moves. This is that's my hobby that I got from manga. I finished a couple chapters at this point. I love her faces so much. Exercising demons is another great anime hobby to pick up. I just started watching, what the hell is it called? Demon Slayer?
That's the one with the pig fella, yeah?
I don't know. I don't know a pig. There's like a guy who wears a fox mask and stuff.
Yeah.
It seems cool. Seems good. The John Wick manga. I finished a couple chapters at this point.
My favorite manga that I've got is the Phantom Menace manga adaptation.
Oh my god!
Everyone looks like really 90s manga characters except for the aliens, who all just look like hyper-realistic versions of themselves, and it's very uncomfortable to look at, and it's very good.
Oh god. That sounds amazing. I used to have a Kingdom Hearts manga that I loved. It was cute. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read, well, I'm fine with that. If you say so, I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Oh god, she's too close. Phil isn't ready for this kind of intimacy. You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Oh my god, Phil. Phil! Phil, read the room, Phil! Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, eh? You still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. Oh my god.
I think manga is for only kids, especially Berserk.
It is.
Berserk is just my favorite for kids manga, honestly.
Yeah, it's all for kids. I never realized that reading manga with someone was so romantic.
The only manga that is for adults is the Phantom Menace manga adaptation.
That sounds right. That sounds right. Ugh, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. but it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. Why is this baking manga such a big deal? At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. It is Out of Touch Thursday, my dudes. You're out of touch, I'm out of time. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problem. By Phil Mitchell, because Phil Mitchell is the kind of person who would have this experience.
Yeah, this game's about the character Phil Mitchell.
This game is canonically like an EastEnders spin-off. Thanks for the follow, Truffle Hog. I hope you're getting some truffles. Sniffing out some truffles. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? You're gonna introduce a lot of DDLC fans to EastEnders today? Honestly, everybody watch some EastEnders. Let's watch EastEnders. Watch 80s EastEnders. Hell yeah.
How long would it take to binge EastEnders?
God, I don't know.
Because it comes out like every day, right?
Yeah. That's like an incredible amount of episodes over the years.
You could do a no sleep charity live stream where you...
I would love to do that. That would be amazing if it wasn't for like that being, you know, a copyright nightmare. That would be so good. As one of the 3 people who likes the Star Wars prequels, I'm very curious about this Phantom Menace manga.
I am one of the other 2 people who like the Star Wars prequels. I say in my room, just surrounded by Jar Jar merchandise. Did you see my absolutely pissed off Jar Jar that I put on Twitter?
Pissed off Jar Jar? No.
He's very, very angry.
I gotta see that Jar Jar. Oh god. Genuinely thought you'd been saying Phil Mitchell this time. No, it's Phil. It's very important that you know that it's Phil. So. Ahaha. Geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. Ahaha! I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... Ooh? I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Wait, I'm gonna look at your Jar Jar.
I put it in the Twitch chat there.
I like him.
He's really angry. Just found him in a charity shop.
He's having a moment. He's having a moment. And for that, I do respect him.
It used to have... It has like a battery thing in it, so obviously it used to say stuff. And I really hope the battery slot still works, because I'd like to know what pissed off Jar Jar had to say.
Yeah. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Hey? Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, the poems! Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Hey? Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. Monica the mood killer. And if it gets Ben, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? Okay, Phil Mitchell, it's not hard to read a manga volume in a day. Like, maybe you should read for once in your life, dude.
Yeah, like, a manga volume.
Like, come on.
Especially a slice of life manga.
Just read it, bruh. Just read it.
Take
It's your homework now.
less than an hour.
Right? Like, come on, dude. Do it. I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. Come on.
No.
Come on.
I just need to keep up with my shows.
My shows, like EastEnders.
My shows.
But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then.
What happens if Phil Mitchell misses EastEnders when he's supposed to be in it?
He dies. He dies.
If you die in EastEnders, you die in real life.
Yeah, if you die in EastEnders, you die in real life, that's it. I stand up, I return to where I put my stuff, I carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? He's like, I will not read a manga. No, I will not do that, but I will write a poem. Yeah, my relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayuri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayuri says on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same, myself. Phil has soaps to keep up on, he can't be bothered with the so-called manga. Poem is a euphemism? For what? Who do I show my poem to first?
All those girls showing you their poems.
Showing me
Wonderful.
their poems. Guess I'll show it to Natsuki. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Wow. Then what's the point then what's the point of sharing in the first place? It's a euphemism for your feelings. I wrote this when I could have been doing other things, like watching my shows. Like watching my damn shows.
I need to watch my goddamn shows.
I need to watch my stories. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Ooh. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy.
Phil Mitchell ruined it by being great at poetry when no one expected him to be.
He slammed that poem down. He really went for it. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Ugh. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. Ugh, you're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. Have you thought about doing voice acting? That's what I'm doing right now, baby. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it.
That's all of the things that things can do.
Okay, yeah, that's all the things that people can do. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. Deep metaphorical. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? I like it, Bill Mitchell lied. I have a shirt with this poem on it, my goodness. That's a powerful move. Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. Hey, Candy's Crush. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard, like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening.
I wrote a poem that hits hard and
Yeah?
is easy to read. It's a haiku, alright?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, Jar Jar, you don't have a skeleton, you have cartilage.
That is hard hitting.
Yeah.
Isn't there a link to trigger warnings? Like the game, at the beginning of the game, it was like, this website will tell you about trigger warnings. So if you just want to post a link, because I don't really, like, I purposefully didn't read them. But if anyone wants to see them, there's like a link, or you can probably Google it and find them easily, yeah. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? What act you on? I guess number 1, because I haven't seen a number yet. I haven't seen acts existing yet.
I don't think the game has like official in-game acts, but you will know when you have passed on to the next act.
I see. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem to next? Let's show it to Monica. Hi, Phil Mitchell. Having a good time so far? Yeah. I personally find, just to talk about trigger warnings for a second, I find sometimes that if I read them in advance, it like makes me more freaked out. So it's a difficult thing to like decide on whether to do that, whether to read them. But I was like, I don't know, I don't want to know about anything, I guess. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Da-dum-bum. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ahaha! Don't worry, Phil Mitchell. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. Monica just gives off a little bit of a creepy vibe to me. I'm like, Monica, what's your deal? What's your deal? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Phil Mitchell. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Ahahaha! Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. Phil Mitchell and Monica from Friends finally united. No. Monica from Friends is in my Final Fantasy XIV play. This is a different Monica. That's a different woman.
This is a different multiverse iteration of Monica from Friends.
Maybe that's right. Oh yeah, I feel kind of the same way, Haley. That'll happen sometimes. It's a bit of a potluck sometimes. I feel like some poems have foreshadowing. No, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true, Luke. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write, and she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment. Ahaha. If you say so. Yup. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Okay. Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they could express things of the world that would apply to anybody. Phase Afghan Dan, I don't think you're right, honestly. I don't think there's any, like, subtext in this game.
Yeah, there's no such thing as subtext.
I don't think there's subtext in this game.
Also, all the stuff that Monica just said about it seems like it's written for children, but it could apply to anybody. That's a good description for the Phantom Menace as well, since we're talking about yeah.
Cake frosting is grape, grows does my hate, return it to the place it was baked. Deep poem. Thank you, Cellular Mishap. That was really... wow. That was a lot. That was beautiful. Is she wearing a quilted vest under a fitted blazer? I don't know the deal. It's called fashion.
She's got her Wallace cosplay on underneath so that she can quickly get into...
She's ready for the Wallace and Gromit convention, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
The Wallace and Gromit convention she goes to after school every day.
Yeah. I mean, who wouldn't, honestly? I would do it. They can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. Oh, they might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ahaha! Ahaha! Oh my god! Everything's hilarious. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Kabmotahaha. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes. A nosy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. Oh my god. Wow. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Phil Mitchell's just roasting every one of these girls. Like, Phil Mitchell's like, yeah.
Phil Mitchell turns up to the literature club out of nowhere and is like, you guys don't know anything about poetry.
Yeah, and he's like, just chooses a random word. Like, he's like, sparkle, kitty. And he's like, that's my poem. Yours all suck. Mine rule. Mine rules.
Honestly, Sparkle Kitty is a fantastic poem.
It's a great poem. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Sparkle Kitty email, that's right, Ravine. The best poem of all
Sparkle
time.
Kitty email.
Phil Mitchell, master of nags. Yeah, he's got game. Haha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, who's next? I think Sayori can be next. Puddle of ink. This is a good poem, Phil Mitchell. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. Already, what's happening? We're just reading poems. Well, that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, he's nicking them. For real. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Phil Mitchell. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Phil Mitchell.
Yeah, I would have made that joke out loud, but I don't think it would have landed as well.
Yeah. I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that.
Yeah, June 207 here saying about how she also has a vest and it must be part of the uniform. I don't think so. I think they are all going to the Wallace and Gromit convention.
They're all going to the Wallace and Gromit convention. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning. It makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out to play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Great. Do-do-do-do. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least it makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. Sayori's right here. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Eggs are better than poetry. Strong words there.
What if you wrote poetry on your eggs?
Whoa, that's a high-level idea.
I don't have any. I can't think of any more things to add to it. I was like trying to think of some high concept additions to the idea that would make us billionaires.
Oh, hey! Thanks for the bit, San. San22, Bitmaster. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Bill Mitchell just let Sayori live, honestly. Honestly, he has no respect. Alright, Yuri's last. What kind of poem is she gonna give us here? What kind of gorgeous poem are we gonna be seeing? Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Write a poem about Cassius? That's a good idea. Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Yuri just hands you a day-old pancake. Oh, so it's that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? Oh, I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. Oh my god. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Bad habits of new writers, like writing about sparkles instead of misery. Yeah, it's a pretty bad habit, honestly. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. Bill Mitchell has been usurped as master of negs. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine.
I like how she says all that after she's obviously seen you talk to everyone else in the room.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh god. Ghost under the lights. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calmed, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Yeah, this one is harder and harder to read. Gay? Oh my goodness. What an alert. That's a PSA. Thanks for following Genuine. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Hoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Phil Mitchell, really. I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually
Phil Mitchell has absolutely no concept of metaphor.
He doesn't know what the hell's going on. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining points of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. Didn't want to overwhelm you, little Phil P. brain. It's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I try not to include my thoughts, feelings, or experiences in things I write. That's a wise decision. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Whew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated.
Lily, I paid good insects to have my message highlighted and you didn't even read it out.
Oh, there was a message that you highlighted?
Yeah, I highlighted it.
Yeah, no, I don't think there was. I don't think there was.
Oh no.
No, I don't think there was.
Gotten lost? Oh no.
No, there's no message that you sent.
Oh beans. I was saving up for evil as well, but put all my insects into highlighting that message just because I thought it'd be that important.
That's sad. That's really sad for you. I'm so sorry.
I am gonna scoot because I am realizing I am incredibly hungry, but I have enjoyed myself, and I hope you enjoy the video game.
Awesome. Go chomp down on some delicious foods.
Redeem a hydrate before I go.
Woo! I'm gonna hydrate so good right now.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for coming. All right. Okay. All right. Let's game. No spoilers, Luke. Luke, no spoilers. No mention of anything. Thank you. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all, I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Oh my god, what is that emoji? What is that? Is that a god? Oh my gosh. Hey? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Wow, everyone just spent the day complimenting his poems and he thinks that they're all lying, a true artist. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? Oh my god, they all hate each other. It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Hey, Kola! Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayuri liked it, and Phil Mitchell did too. So based on that, I'd gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. Fight. This has been fun, but I gotta go to a meeting. Okay, have a good time. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. I got gifted a Surf TV subscription. Awesome. Anytime I feel like I'll like hang out in 3 different streams and I'll just get like a gift sub, and all of them are like consecutively in a day. But I feel like there's just days sometimes where I just get gift sub after gift sub and I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my god. And Phil Mitchell liked my poem too, you know. Bye, Flapjaps. Bye, Flapjube. He even told me that he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize he was so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. We also got a Jack Sane gift sub. Woo! I subbed to all the friendshippers now. Congrats. That's not what I... Ugh. You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Phil Mitchell appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Oh my god. The Y2K emote. I didn't even realize that was what it is. Oh my gosh. I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ugh. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? The girls are fighting! I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Phil Mitchell started showing up. Oh, Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned toward me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Phil Mitchell. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started. So much evil in chat. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Phil Mitchell. What the hell? Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our languages. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. I only use points for cool frog. Now that's a wise decision. That's a wise decision. You understand that, right, Phil Mitchell? Well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be... I'm just going to be nice to Natsuki. I want to read her parfait manga. You're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that I rack my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over, and Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Aha, shows how much you know. That's not... Natsuki, I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me. Natsuki's voice whines. Look, What we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayuri is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that barely audible, Yuri. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey, it's not like you need to apologize for me, Phil Mitchell. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayuri and Monica look away. Anyway, the thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayuri? I'll go make some tea. Eh? I was just trying to help. Sorry, Yuri, about your tiny baby hands. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayuri. I pat Sayuri on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone's read each other's poems, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone, especially you, Phil Mitchell. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazing around we got a little too used to. So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. No, not at all, not at all. There's still time before we go home. So we'll all relax for a bit. I can honestly relate to Sayuri so much in this act, like I got physically stressed watching the girls fight on my first playthrough. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room. Do you have pets? Nope, not a pet. I'm my own pet, really. So maybe you can take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. About what? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun! Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayuri. In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Phil Mitchell, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. The club is about having fun, so you were the president of Vice? Oh god. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Whoa, and maybe you've learned something from your friends too, so your poems will turn out even better. More poems? I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress, and nod to myself with newfound determination. Phil Mitchell, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayuri beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayuri and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayuri, about what happened earlier. Huh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? Yeah, I hate them now. I hate them. That's it for me. No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Phil Mitchell, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. Oh, Neckbeard the Great. Some more evil in the chat. Some gorgeous evil. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Okay. Let's do like, I don't know, memories. Oh my gosh. Playground. Marshmallow. Hurt. Oh my god, really? Okay. Shame. Whoa. So that's like 2 days and about an hour and a half. Bouncy. How does this game work? I don't. You just click on some words sometimes. You just click on words. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Yeah, you just click words and then you're supposed to be trying to click on words that one of the girls like. You just click randomly like Minesweeper. Honestly, that was kind of my strategy just now. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Phil Mitchell. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's not a pretty simple thing. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. You know what? I'm kinda hungry too. I'm gonna open up a snack. That's what I'm gonna do. Ooh. Snack, snack, snack. Where are you? Where is my snack? Okay, I have like these Gudetama like biscuit things. And I'm gonna consume them. Ugh. Ugh. I think I need to cut this open. Oh my gosh. It's too challenging for me. Wait, oh no, I got it. I got it. Wait, I got it. Oh my god. Okay. All the streamers I like on Twitch are streaming at the same time. Who's streaming? I'm streaming, that's true. That's a true thing. And I need to read something for freshman composition. Ah! Oh no. For being a BFF, Phil is pretty rude to Sayori. Yeah, he's rude to everybody. He's kind of just like... It's kind of annoying. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Eh? Why that, all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. I like Natsuki. Although I'm kind of warming to Yuri. I kind of like Yuri. Goth Queen. Sayori nervously retrieves a coin purse. Thanks for the hello, Maya dog. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down. and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Oh my god. Only 2 small coins fall out. Ahaha! I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. Wah! I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Honestly, I don't know who's my favorite at this exact moment. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. Me and the homies hate Phil. I wasn't listening or anything. I want to leave like some people's chat messages. Let's just use heart emoji. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Phil Mitchell to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. Yuri has goth vibes, but less Hot Topic goth, a more reserved Victorian era writer goth. Yeah, I like it. I like that. It's pretty good. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. Yuri thinks it's your own fault if you can't afford a house at age 28. Oh my god. Trad goth. Trad wife goth. There's no way you could think that. You were right though. I did something bad and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. That. Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Do you vape? I don't vape. I don't even know what vaping is. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it wasn't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. I'm gonna start GoFundMe for Sayori snacks. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Wow. Oh my god. Vape is a snack. No. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles into the desk. Ow. What was... a cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Natsuki? That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Phil hates everything so much. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good, so good. Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth. Over my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours looks really good, Natsuki. Razor blade in the cookie. Uh-oh. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. Oh. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Wow, this is... They're all just bullying Sayori. Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it, I get it. Cookie still in her hand. Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful. Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Ugh. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. Monica. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Wow. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Ah, never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't, really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. It's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better I will. Yay! That sounds cool. Phil Mitchell talks like that. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Phil Mitchell. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I don't have any quotes, dead Viney. Kids these days talk about cottagecore, mothcore, but never talk about how many licks it takes to get to the core of a Tootsie Pop. Wow. Girl, I'm shocked by how electro-cute you are. Wow. Amazing line. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. I want a cookie. I want a big cookie right now. Yuri's back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. It's not long before Natsuki comes up to me expectantly. Yeah, don't worry, I kept my promise. I pulled the first volume of Parfait Girls out from my bag. Natsuki takes it from my hands, then quickly turns it over, presumably to check for wrinkles. Chill out, Natsuki. Hey, I'm not that careless. I handle manga all the time, you know. I just wanted to make sure. Can you blame me for being paranoid? Yes. I don't give people my manga every day, you know. That's true. I don't blame you. Well, anyway, let me put this one back. I'm gonna get the next one, okay? Natsuki makes her way to the closet. I follow. So you're gonna tell me everything you thought, right? Where did this volume leave off again? I forget. The chapter ended when Minori and Alice found Monica. Natsuki's voice resonates out from inside the closet. Eh? I peer inside. All of Natsuki's books are lined up on the top shelf. Did you move my manga again? Sorry. The teacher got mad at me for taking up so much space in her closet, so I had to move some stuff around and clean up a little bit. It's all still there, I just had to organize it a bit. Ugh. The top shelf is far above Natsuki's head. She makes a futile hop, trying to figure out how to reach her manga. Jeez, this is so inconvenient. Oh Lord, Natsuki is me. I'm moving these all back down. There's plenty of room on these shelves, and besides, they're really pretty to look at when they're all lined up. Why would you waste that on the top shelf? Natsuki, there's a stool on the wall there. In the closet, there's a collapsible stool that's hanging on the wall. If you want, I can reach up there and hand them to you. I can get them myself. Natsuki grabs the stool from the wall and unfolds it. You think I'm too short or something? I mean... I knew it! Well, you know what? Just watch me. Natsuki hops onto the stool, which ends up being a little wobbly because of its collapsible design. Careful. I know what I'm doing. Standing on the stool, Natsuki's fingertips reach the top shelf. The stool would be enough for me to easily grab the books, but Natsuki is being stubborn as usual. Natsuki uses her fingers to scoot one of the smaller boxes to the edge of the shelf. See? Yeah! The box suddenly tips. Natsuki barely catches it before it falls to the floor. The stool wobbles. Wah! Losing balance, Natsuki hops off the stool. Thankfully, she was able to stay on her feet. She holds the box triumphantly. There. Having almost fell, Natsuki is a bit shaken up. Jeez. Natsuki will make you live in the manga closet for inferring she is short. No need to prove yourself to me. There's no way you'll be able to get the bigger boxes like that. I can reach them, so just... I said I could do it. I don't want your help, okay? Sigh. I'm gonna get the chair, so just hang on. Natsuki forces her way past me out of the closet. Let's see. Classroom chairs have the desks attached, so they're too inconvenient to fit into the closet. Aha! Natsuki trots over to the teacher's desk, which has a computer chair behind it. Howdy, so this is a blind playthrough, that's right. She rolls it on its wheels, back over to the closet. It's a little dangerous since the chair swivels and rolls, but I've already learned my lesson, so I keep my mouth shut. Natsuki climbs onto the chair, then slowly balances onto her feet. Since she refuses my help, I take a seat with my back against the side of the doorway and simply watch. Aha, there we go. See, I can easily do it now. Natsuki grabs a stack of manga and bends down to put it on the shelf below. Wow, she's gonna die. Natsuki catches herself on the shelf. What are you doing? Can you at least hold the chair steady instead of sitting and doing nothing? Who was it who told me not to help? Yeah, I got you. I hold the chair while Natsuki reaches back up. I can almost see up her skirt. Gah. I force myself to turn away. She's gonna die because she wants to fall off of everything. She's gonna fall down and die. When she realizes I'll be dead, hup. Natsuki wraps her arms around the Parfait Girl box set, easily the largest one on the shelf. Ugh, heavy. Hey, Phil Mitchell. I don't think I can bend down without falling. Hurry and take. This is so pathetic, Natsuki. Come on. Falling off of things, relatable. But then I have to let go of the chair. That's fine. Just for a second. Guys, do a risk assessment for a second in your mind about this situation. Like, just leave the mag on the stupid shelf, honestly. Just leave it. Stop this. Hurry up. What day is this? This is day 3, I think. Alright. Let me just stand up. I slowly released my grip from the chair. What do you mean, stand up? Natsuki looks down at me. Why are you all the way back? Natsuki looks like she just realized something, but she'll lose her balance if she moves. Natsuki, the box. What are you looking at? You're trying to look at my... Natsuki's legs shake. I'm not. I was just... Natsuki, don't try to move. Just give me the box. You perv. You set me up. Go away. Get out. But I'll do it myself. Ah. The chair suddenly swivels beneath Natsuki's feet. Natsuki. Kya! The scene turns to chaos in a split second. The chair flies from under Natsuki's feet. Frantically, I try to catch her. The box topples out of her hands and the books go flying. This music is a lot. I got you. Oh. Okay. The full force of Natsuki's body against me throws me to the ground. A whole bunch of books pelt me in the face. Natsuki tries to shield herself with her own arms as her face lands straight on my chest. Ugh. My right arm on my back seriously felt the impact. Slowly, Natsuki comes to her senses. Ugh. She presses her arm straight into me to prop herself up. Ugh. Natsuki seems to realize that it's not the floor that's beneath her. Gross, gross. Gah. A fist pounds into my chest. Oh my god, she's beating him to death. Natsuki then hoists herself to her feet. What were you thinking, you sicko? Everything okay over there? I heard a loud noise. Monika suddenly peers in. Monika, see what happens when you put the manga on the top shelf? Are you trying to kill your club members or something? Jeez. Sorry. She's loving it. Oh, and one more thing. Seems like your most recent club member is a total pervert. So I hope you're happy. I didn't. Somehow it's impossible for me to explain this whole bizarre situation to Monika. I didn't do anything, I swear. I know, don't worry. Oh my god. She's like, I don't take any kind of accusation seriously. Monika says that quietly to me. Looks like I'm off the hook. Oh no. Hey? I look down. Natsuki is kneeling on the floor, holding one of the books that are scattered all over. There's a large diagonal crease along the page that she's desperately trying to smooth out. It must have landed on the page. Natsuki tries a bit more to fix the crease, but she can't get it out. Suddenly she gives up and slams the book shut, then throws it to the floor. Instead of continuing to yell, she just lowers her head. Natsuki, are you... No. Natsuki's voice squeaks. I see tears on her face. I'll help get the crease out, okay? It's partially my fault, so Natsuki shakes her head, still looking down. No, I don't even care that much. I'm just having a really bad day today. Natsuki sobs again. I didn't mean to take it out on you. I really didn't mean to. It's fine. Is there anything you want to talk about? Natsuki shakes her head. Just every day is so hard. I just want to come to the club and... Natsuki falls silent again. I can't press her, so I can only do what I know how to do. Alright. Well, I'll help clean this up and I'll move the rest of your manga for you. I pick up volume 2 of Parfait Girls. We'll set this one aside. This'll help cheer you up a bit, right? We can get started on it once I'm done here. Natsuki looks up with her glossy eyes. Her lip quivers. You're really nice to me. Yeah? That sounds really strange, coming from Natsuki. I didn't expect it at all. Well, I'm just treating you like a friend, you know? Natsuki lowers her head and stifles another sob. I'm not sure what happened to her today, but being nice is the least I could do. The next couple minutes are silent between us as I begin gathering the scattered books. I make sure to slip them into the box in their correct order. After a little bit, Natsuki starts helping. It isn't long before we're done, and I hoist the box onto the shelf where Natsuki wanted to put it. You're so nice staring up her skirt. Yeah, it's just like a an altruistic act. Then I get on the stool and quickly finish moving the rest of her books from the top shelf. Alright, that should do it. I hop off the stool. Natsuki averts her gaze. Thanks. Ahaha! Emotional vulnerability speedrun. It's nothing. Natsuki is holding the volume I set aside in her hands. Alright, I'm ready. Good. Even if you weren't, I'd make you anyway. You're taking responsibility for what you said. The thing about cheering me up. If you insist. We sit in the same spot as last time and I open the second volume. Natsuki's mood quickly improves, laughing and pointing things out to me. She's surprisingly sharp, making note of a lot of subtle, repeated jokes and background elements. In the end, I'm pretty impressed by how everything ties together in this manga. I guess Natsuki has good taste after all. After some time, Monika gets our attention as usual and it's time to share poems again. Guess I'll be holding on to this for now. Yep, even you sound more enthusiastic this time. Well, I'm starting to get into it, you know? Told ya. Yeah. I return to my seat and slip the book into my bag. Who should I show my poem to first? Let's do the same thing. Natsuki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me, then back at the poem. By now, she must have read it more than once. Ugh. Is it that bad? No, it's not. It's good, it's really good, okay? There, I said it. Ugh, this wasn't supposed to happen at all. Why can't you just be bad at this? My poems are supposed to impress you, not the other way around. You're trying to impress me? Obviously. You think I'd let you enjoy Yuri's writing more than mine? Give me a break. Well, in that case, what's the problem with me trying to impress you? I'll tell you, Natsuki's face freezes like she just realized something. You're trying to impress me? Natsuki vigorously scans her eyes over my poem one more time. Then the poem slips out of her hands and flutters to the floor. I have to use the bathroom. Red-faced Natsuki quickly walks out of the room, her pink blood boils. Hey, Phil Mitchell. Did you do something to Natsuki? I just saw her rush out like that. You didn't do anything terrible, did you? No. I just told her that. My voice gets caught in my throat. There's no way I could tell Monika that I'm trying to impress Natsuki. Monika sees the poem lying on the floor and swiftly picks it up. She reads it through, her smile not fading from her face. I see. You wrote this for Natsuki, didn't you? I mean, not really. In fact, didn't she like your poem a lot the other day too? I'm surprised you know her taste so well already. Are you sure you're not cheating, Phil Mitchell? Cheating? What do you mean by that? Never mind, I'm just kidding. I didn't understand Monika's joke at all. Anyway, how do you think Natsuki feels about you? Oh my god. Oh, you don't need to answer that. It was just something for you to think about. Hey. Natsuki comes up and snatches the poem out of Monika's hand. Neither of us had noticed her re-enter the classroom. Geez, your peripheral vision must suck. Did you read this, Monika? Of course, I liked it. Ugh, you should really stop reading things that aren't for you, you know? You have a bad habit of doing that. Huh? But Phil Mitchell wrote this poem, and we're supposed to share with everyone, right? Ugh. Natsuki freezes. She apparently forgot that my poem is technically for everyone to read. Okay, well I think Phil Mitchell is done sharing this poem with everyone. I don't have peripheral vision on my left. I'm experiencing that right now with my incredible methods. Okay, well I think Phil Mitchell's done sharing this poem with everyone. It's not like anyone would want to read this anyway. In fact, I'm just gonna hold on to this. If you insist. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Like what? Ugh. Never mind. Natsuki, I'll give you the poem, but that's still not very fair to Sayori. She hasn't gotten to read it yet. So what? Well, I guess Phil Mitchell is right, Natsuki. It's not fair if you don't let everyone finish reading it. Fine. Natsuki returns my poem. It's not like she's gonna like it, though. Anyway, read my poem now. And no, I won't let you keep it. Yo, gamers! Hey, McRib. This is my only copy. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. This episode of Riverdale has a lot of poetry. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers, and I'm gonna tell everyone. Whoa. Natsuki, what the hell? What's... I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Oh, but are you going to anyway? Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be about everything, anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. The spiders are gay. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure, something that you're afraid if people find out, they make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy. An overflowing cup of spiders. I'm more of a tarantula literacy person myself. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least, I can relate to that. Ah yes, homosexual spiders. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. You know. Made by spiders for spiders of spiders. I'm glad you can appreciate this kind of writing. I mean, I know I was talking about that yesterday. But I've been enjoying sharing my writing with you, so consider yourself lucky, okay? The Black Widow agenda begins. Well, thanks for being honest. What's that supposed to mean? I'm always honest. Okay, I gotta pee. I will be back in a moment. Enjoy your time. Bye. Hello. Okay. Let's game. Jeez. Just look forward to tomorrow too, okay? Alright, I will. Okay. Let's show it to Sayori. This is day 3, right? Yeah. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Full Mitchell. I love it. Especially after yesterday's poem. Ugh. You're too honest sometimes, Sayori. No, but really. I want to put this on my wall. Can I? Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Ha. Jeez, I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Travel Hawk, no spoilers, please. Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think there's always a festival. I guess that is true, but still. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. Phil started his billion-dollar poem industry in a garage, so humble. It's a Phil Mitchell poem, and that makes it feel extra special. No spoilers, only evil in the chat, that's right, Collar. Like, I can feel your feelings in it. Also cool, Frog. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. What the hell, Phil? Phil doesn't... Phil... I hate Phil. Why is Phil like this? Why did the mention of a festival make me want to play How to Pull Boyfriend? That game slaps. That game slaps. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah. Me neither. Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Aw, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. Phil's out here arguing for objectivity in art. This guy. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Eh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna just eat these. This is an eating stream right now. Okay. Check that out. Oh, this little... It's an egg. You can't tell. Egg. Yeah, does anyone have any egg stories? Just showing you my eggs. The black and white really increases his drama. Dramatic. Oh. I started putting ketchup on my boiling scrambled eggs and it's good. Mmm. Powerful moment. Yeah, they're good Atama things. There he is! Woo woo woo! 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 Why no wig today? I was bored of it after a day of wearing it. What did I miss? Nothing really. I'm just taking a small intermission to eat these snacks. We lost a bunch of eggs that were going to be delivered this past month because the postal service isn't reliable anymore. No! There are some emotes in chat so that they'll all float around me. My cousin had a parrot that laid an egg despite not intercourse. It was a scrambled experience. Wow. Wow. This is the last one. Oh. This is the last one. Gudetama's like lying on the eggshell. Oh my god. Carla, that's beautiful. Like the roll up if I eat eggs by themselves? Oh no. Oh no. Okay, now I'm prepared. I only have the right side of this. What is that? I thought it was a horse. Oh, some of them don't show up. Thank you. Thank you for the emotes. Okay, let's go back to the game. Thanks for the follow, Danae Uncreative. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. Oh, a hand with bracelets. Oh, I see. Cool. It really looked like a horse for some reason to me when I first saw it. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. Oh my god. That's a great emote, Fuzzy Happy. And make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. Why is Phil so like... Phil's like, you're all stupid and I'm above you. And then writes like the worst poem of all time. Ugh. It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Phil Mitchell. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Okay, another poem. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put a bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way, down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams, friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend. each and every bottle, but every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. So this is what an English teacher feels like. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday that I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. My best friend is an English professor and yes, can confirm from her stories this is what it feels like. Oh. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Oh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Okay, let's show to Yuri. I don't care for Monica. Monica doesn't interest me. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Phil Mitchell. Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. Eh? It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much. If it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect, you don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, well, an example of that if you'd like to see it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. Oh my god, okay, I gotta get close to the screen to read this. The raccoon. Okay, immediately me. It happened in the dead of night, while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scattering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife, the very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. That was a scheduled tweet caller, don't worry about that. Mwah. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. Did Yuri eat a raccoon? I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. My goodness. My goodness. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Ah, that's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into, as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. The girls are plagiarizing! I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Whew. Monica time. There's too many of them, really. That's my review of this game. Too many girls. Too many of them. Hi again, Phil Mitchell. That was kind of silly with Natsuki earlier, wasn't it? And I'm glad the two of you have been getting along so well. That's one way of putting it. Anyway, I already read your poem, but you can go ahead and read mine now. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Oh god, okay. Save me! The colours, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colours, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveform, squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me! Okay. Cool. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? Aha. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Haha. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it I hate when they talk about the poems after they show me the poems, honestly. I'm like, come on. I don't care about this. I'm really feeling being Phil in this moment. So putting it that way Not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Okay, I get it. You never know when you might change your mind or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Okay, Monika, Jesus. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come to the side at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? The festival. I want to go to the festival. Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like you can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. Wow, that's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all. But that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Oh, sorry, I thought you had heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monika, yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Whew. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event, but the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Hehe. Sayori, who's been colouring a poster, hold it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monika? You didn't already start putting these posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. Sloths can hang on trees. Cheetahs can run. What's going on? It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. Oh, that was from the poem. That was from the poem. I remember. I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, hey flapjacks, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. This is just like the bits of Glee where they're like, it means so much for us to be in the Glee club. We all need the Glee club. It's meaningful. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if very cool, buddy. Oh my god. Yeah, it's still day 3. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. We're all minorities. We're in the Glee Club still haunts me. Honestly, that's just such an iconic moment. Cause you're all minorities. You're in the Glee Club. Like, okay, Will. Okay. Okay. Then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright, you. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? It's been day 3 for several days. Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. Haha, that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, we'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way. Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry, I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Ahaha, of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poems she has in mind for herself. This really is like being school. Seconds become fucking aeons. Honestly, yeah, like... The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The 4 of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Ahaha, thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Oh wow, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. Yuri the edgelord. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay. I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Ahaha. Sorry, I giggled. Ehehe. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own heads. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes, and we applaud. I did it. Good job, Sayori. Even Phil Mitchell liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely, but it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay, now who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Phil Mitchell. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Phil Mitchell lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki, it's fine, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. Imagine the crowd as rocks, completely oblivious to the concept of life. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Wish I got applause for being mediocre. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Ah, well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I'm gonna eat, so bye. Have fun with a cute girl. Sex caller. Shh. Have a good food. Doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. That makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. Oh my god, more poems? This is poems every day. Okay. I don't like that. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. Can't wait. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monaco, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club. And impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Geez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Phil Mitchell, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. Like, for example, my voice has started breaking. And I have hair all over my body now. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. Aw, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to, Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Natsuki asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. I would still walk home with Sayori. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Natsuki? Eh? But she's so cute and fun to be around. Jeez, I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I would drop you immediately. Yeah, I'd drop you right away. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Phil Mitchell. You're so silly, Phil Mitchell. You silly boy, Phil Mitchell. You think about me too much sometimes. Natsuki would deserve it if she wanted it, so... Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes, sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? Conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Oh my god. Okay. Jesus. Imagination. Death. Oh my god. Embrace. Damn. Just memories. Oh my god. Nibble. Eternity. Incongruent. Uncontrollable. Disarray. How are you gonna walk home with someone who doesn't live next door to you? Massacre. Agonizing. Crimson. Dark. Melancholy. Secretive. Frightening. I'm trying to focus this time on Yuri. Disaster. Mouse. Entropy. Extreme. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. Ahaha, you must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're willing to help out for the festival too. Like Sage got face with all in there. Oh, I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Wow, Natsuki's like crazy about this festival right now. Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a very specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people. Eh? I didn't say I didn't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. Yeah? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine. The reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me, where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Sorry, don't mind me. You could go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. Oh man, I've been watching the 3 hours. It's too long. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back toward everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed, with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who was shuffling through some papers at her desk. Phil Mitchell, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? Phil seems like an unironic fan of Adam Sandler. In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind, but I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Phil Mitchell. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. You know, with all the anime/games focusing on school clubs, I still have no idea how they actually operate. Yeah, me neither, really. No, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. The only thing that I know about school is how to avoid PE. How do you avoid PE? Just leave school, I guess. Just walk out of the school. She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing up with a person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? You're saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Phil Mitchell. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know. She's been so much happier ever since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori, it's always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been. You're so funny, Phil Mitchell. I get a whole lot of mileage out of a pretty tame medical condition. Nice. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you. I said too much. I had bad knees, so I got to sit out a lot of running. Oh man, I have to leave by 4. I need to get to the good part. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayuri is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayuri and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayuri told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else. But that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Hey, you. Eh? I look up to see Natsuki next to me. Are you just gonna sit there and keep staring at nothing? There isn't that much time, so... Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to make you worry or anything. It's not like I'm worried. I was just... Natsuki glances down at her side. She's holding a volume of manga in her hand. That's right. Something just came up for a minute, but we can get started now. I won't make you wait any longer. Jeez. Now you're making me feel like a jerk. If something's bothering you, then you can just tell me to leave you alone, and I will. I mean, assuming you didn't feel like talking about it or anything. She practically mumbles that last part. What a cute game, I hope nothing bad happens in it. I'm pretty sure nothing bad happens in this game. You just got a flute. Awesome. No, I'm probably making it seem like a bigger deal than it is. I've just been thinking about Sayuri, that's all. Sayuri? Thinking about her? Yeah, she seems pretty down today, but she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh. Natsuki exhales. Well, first of all, you should really work on your phrasing, but anyway, you're her best friend, right? Yeah, I guess so. Ugh. Yeah. Then in that case, I think you should trust her a little more. If she needed you, then you would be the first person she'd go to, right? Well, I guess that's true. I mean, some people just have those days. You can't always avoid it. If anything, she probably doesn't want you to worry about her because it's not important. You missed, I don't know, Sayuri's sad. If anything, she probably doesn't want you to worry about her because it's not important. Yeah, that's kind of what she said to me. Maybe it's not right for me to go against her wishes. Exactly. If she needs you to worry about her, then it'll be a lot more obvious. Yeah, I should have thought of it that way from the start. Natsuki fiddles with the book she's holding in her hands. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Don't get the wrong idea or anything. We've just been friends for a long time. It's normal to be worried about your friends. I mean, you were worried about me, so... I was not. Jeez, if you're fine then let's hurry and get started already. Yeah. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayuri. Phil Mitchell, this is wonderful. I can feel the emotion that you poured into it. Is this the result of trying what I suggested yesterday? Yeah, I guess so. Sayuri deserves better than a VN protagonist as a friend. For sure. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more feeling. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid. But seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Would you rather have big hands or small hands? I guess small hands. I guess. Wide hands. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Small hands are more useful for small things. Basketball hands. Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Small hands can fit in Pringle cans. Exactly. Exactly. That's a... yeah. Crab hands. Short, wide hands. I want my hands to be bigger for guitar. Yeah, that's... depends what you want your hands for, I guess. Just rip open the Pringle can. Small but long hands. Yeah, like really long. Like that. Like, ooh. That's my hands. Huh? Even your close friends? For some reason, Yuri doesn't respond. Yuri? Yuri smiled sadly. Phil Mitchell, during lunchtime I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. Do any of the girls in this club have friends? Because they could all be friends with each other. My hands are small but horrifically long. Like, what is that guy called? Salad fingers. Like salad fingers. It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway, but books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with, or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face, or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day, you know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type, and they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. I think we're really breaking ground here in the hands department. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all, Phil Mitchell. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful, that's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Phil Mitchell. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things, but every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others, but that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends. And I would say I've had at least one success. Wouldn't you? If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head on her hands, but this time she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. Beach. Beach. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface. Under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss, but beneath grey rolling clouds an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet, but where the sand is wet the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same, yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils, turn back, and I abandon my peace to a road at the shore, drift forward, and I return to earth forevermore. Yep. I can only have one friend at a time. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. You say that like you didn't even want to write about it. Oh, you haven't heard? After yesterday, Natsuki and I, well, it was amusing that we wrote about something similar in such different ways, so Natsuki wanted us to write about the same topic as each other again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles or thought processes. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she wanted to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know. It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Okay, who's next? Let's say Monica. Hi, Paul Mitchell. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people. I'll have to give it some more thought. Phil is not friend material. He must remain a barely associated acquaintance as punishment. Get in line, ladies. Only one friend at a time. He just like, he has a friend, then they have to have like a big fight, and then he can have a new friend. Whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Great job, Phil Mitchell. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easier for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. Aha! That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayuri, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. He does not care. The lady who knows everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer. All meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather. Whilst adrift, the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day the wind ceases to blow, I fall. And I fall and fall and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger. The hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning. There is no purpose. And we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Okay. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it's kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. Sayuri had to explain what friends are, and Phil hit her with an actually. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? That's not true, come on. Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, here's the Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good, or okay, or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Monica's like a web page, like a web page that you just get, or like a newsletter that sends you like a word of the day. Okay, Sayuri. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably, Yuri. I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Phil Mitchell. Sayuri, is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Alright, just tell me if you need anything. I will. Shh, don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. If you insist. Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Oh my god. What? Sayuri. Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? Sayuri gonna get a smile more from Phil Mitchell. I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayuri cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Okay, who should I show my phone to next? Well, Natsuki's the only one left. Oh man, this is seriously a step backwards. I liked your last two way better than this one. I mean, I guess I can't be mad at you for trying different things, as long as you're not just trying to impress Yuri or something like that. Gross. Okay. Like you said, I'm allowed to try new things. Why are you so emotionally invested into my poems anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? Excuse me. Bill, smiling on the outside will make you smile on the inside, Mitchell. That's him. No, gross. It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in this club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Really? Well, what if you ended up just scaring me away? That's not like you would actually do that. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here, even if I do have to put up with you. Gah. Natsuki's elbow connects with my stomach. Oh my god, she's gonna kill me. Well, maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all. I was just joking. Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. How the hell do you call that a joke? That seriously hurt. Well, maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki. Anyway, Natsuki hauled her poem out to me like nothing ever happened. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminish your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. These walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand, wash your insecurities in the salty sea, and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail, set you free in my windy sail, and remember the reasons you're wonderful when you place your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Oh my god. I'm always gonna love you, beach. Okay. Yeah. I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kinda hard to write anything negative about the beach. Well, Yuri's take on it was a little more solemn. Well, geez, she better not have said anything bad about mine. After all, she was the one who wanted us to write about the same topic. Ugh, you can really see her doing that too. Making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Just over 3 hours, Krufa. Nonsense, beaches contain sand, which is awful. That's true, that's true. That's true. Making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of a metaphorical too. How do you have such resilience? Well, it's because of my strong bones. My strong bones. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me? Or did you say something strange right now? Just now. Anakin loves sand. She's a pro gamer is why. That's it. Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviate from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Ugh. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. It seems you're right. Sigh. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Anakin loves sand. I don't know enough about Anakin to say you're wrong. Thanks for the follow, Luna Mothwings. Hello. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please, show some decency. Oh, come on. Lily's gaming capabilities exceed anything thought possible for the gaming power. Will this be on the stream archive? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I don't want to force it. Huh? That curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people? Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. Oh cool, I thought it'd be lost forever once it was over. No, everything goes in the stream archive. As long as I still have my brain cells. Show some decency. She went to shit, not pee. Thank you, Shesk. Thank you. I talked to her earlier and everything's fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right, Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets, so Yuri will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? She could just be goth in the corner. Don't even worry about it. She can do like a beautiful goth dance, and it'll be like the event of the festival. I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Now Natsuki's pouting too. Geez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. Ah, that may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know. So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? Yuri will gather the raccoon meat, that's it. The most important part of the festival. A little roasted roadkill. This club is falling apart. About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Phil Mitchell. The one who is truly useless. Don't say that. It's a metaphor for the disintegration of society in late-stage capitalism. No. No such thing is real. Air is great. It's true. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you. Oh, what a generous offer, Natsuki. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Whoa. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Phil Mitchell may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Phil Mitchell to... What are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Phil Mitchell to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spending time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said. I'm surprised as well. Sorry. It was just saying though. Jeez. Can we just settle down with this already? Yeah. Phil Mitchell, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. But of course, I'm going to go with... Yuri. I'll probably be the most useful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you? Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying. Ugh. So you'll be helping Yuri then, Phil Mitchell? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I don't think any of them are hot. Like, I don't have any sense of that. I just like Yuri. I like her cause she's goth. Cause she's a spooky goth. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things, so I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, I'm not attracted to anime characters, so that's that's fine. But Yuri's the goth, and she wants to like kill things. Maybe, I don't know. That's what I'm going off. I mean, yeah. I already said it would be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. So, is that everything we needed to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word. But I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. No, guys, I'm like a normal person. I'm like, chat, I'm like a normal person, yeah? You know what they are? Normal people? I'm one of them. You aren't attracted to high school girls? No, I'm a normal person, Shesk. Anyway, let's move on from that. Do you feel the same way, Phil Mitchell? Me? Oh, I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki? What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Phil Mitchell picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. And nothing that I do for the event will compare to that. So. I get it. I'm kind of surprised though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know, I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. Sayori, come back, everyone's mad at each other. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kind of appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing, but I'm going to say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. Ah, I believe you. Yeah, I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today, so I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. I turn around. Sorry. I realized that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. Alright then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Okay. Then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. My house? Holy shit, you're still gaming, holy crap, that's right. I'm gaming hard right now. I'm gaming big. Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought that I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. Oh, I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. Right. In that case, it won't be a problem. My sense of what's a normal amount of stream time ever since the mermaid stream. This is a normal amount of stream time. This is normal. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decide not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter much either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, Phil Mitchell. I think that we'll make a very productive team. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? I didn't realize. I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. God, when will this day end? Phil would go for a girl with low self-esteem. That is true. That is true. Because he is the master of nagging. So... I miss Jenna Marbles too. You don't know what Jenna Marbles does? She's just a shit poster, really. I feel like that's her thing. That's it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. No, that isn't the reason that makes most sense. No, 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 no. I mean, none of these characters have big boobs, to be real with you. That was like a plot point in briefly. Why are you black and white? Is this aesthetic? Yes. Is this goth? Yeah, this is goth. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. Oh my god, I'm out of school. The days in this game feel so long, but I feel like the third day was the longest thing that has ever happened in my life. Color increases as you move away from the camera. It definitely does not. That's not true. It's a black and white filter. I feel like because of the frame, it kind of looks like the background is like, I feel like there's a little bit of an optical illusion maybe going on. La 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 la. I imagine Phil in this universe isn't an anime character and just looks like someone's Uncle Steve. I mean, it is just Phil Mitchell. Like, Google, if you don't know who Phil Mitchell is, Google Phil Mitchell and you will see the beautiful protagonist of this game that I'm playing as. Can you tell my cat to stop meowing? Jules Verne's cat? Stop it. Stop meowing. Can I see your flesh tones? What it... Flesh tones? What are you saying to me right now? What do you want from me? You want to make my camera not black and white? Cause this is it without black and white right now. It's very yellow. Can do that. Oh, this is my like base camera. Okay, back to the normal one. Your wall matches the text box. Oh. Anyway, I can't believe this. Yuri is going to be coming to my house on Sunday. My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me she was looking forward to it. I like the yellow, it reminds me of the episodes of House that were really orange. That's so specific. That's the vibe I want to create on stream, looking like specific episodes of House. You're a freak, Henry. More than that, she told me she was really looking forward to it. Is this the chance I have to make something happen between us? My god. Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. You're supposed to be helping her with serious work, Phil. Serious work. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off of it. I seriously can't wait. It's already Sunday. Oh my god, it's Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I thought that they were doing like a whole weekend thing. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. She's shy. She's shy. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've even been texting occasionally. Got a hot topic together. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. Intimate person, what the fuck? Yeah, what does that mean? But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? Why don't you just talk to her, King? King? I decide to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Okay. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. Is something bad going to happen? The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her to not run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Oh my god, that's a cow. Sorry. The cow. I want a huge cow. Sayori? Hi, Phil Mitchell. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I want that big cow. I want that big cow. I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. It doesn't look messy at all. Really? So, I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. Big cow, big cow, big cow, big cow, big... Did you just cough? Should I stop watching the stream? Yeah, you're gonna have to... Yeah. You're gonna have to get, like, a vaccine pretty quickly. Ah, big cow. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. Gonna get a computer virus. Yeah. Watch out. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. Girl, take control of your life. Clean for yourself. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? So Yuri had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Ah, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. Wow, me. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Oh, so it's just me and Yuri then. I'm gonna make it a rule in chat that you're not allowed to talk about the size of Big Joel. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Which direction? Like she can't stare in a random direction. She has to stare in a specific direction. It's gonna be one. Okay, also not no talking about names. No talking about he isn't even named Jaw. No. You stop. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. Yeah, I am Jaw, that's true, Krufa. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing after you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Phil Mitchell. Huh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori. I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Phil Mitchell. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You guys ever been chased down by 100 cows? Yeah, that happens to me daily. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? Hehehe. You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Phil Mitchell? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. I've been chased by a dozen chickens but not 100 cows. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Are you serious? What? Phil, what the hell? What the hell, Phil? Phil, what the fuck? Phil! Phil! Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do, I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Phil Mitchell. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. Cancel Phil. Am I right? I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too, seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club. It feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Phil Mitchell. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was, but I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. Maybe he'll tell her that all she needs to do is simply not be sad anymore. Yeah. He's gonna be like, have you tried exercising sometimes? Have you tried like drinking more water in the day? Have you tried smiling? And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. Find some other way to feel. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish, that's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments, because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. Phil Mitchell, Sayori. I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. There's a nice cow though, am I right? Cow. Cow, 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 cow. Phil's gonna recommend his favorite health fitness YouTube channels. Please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Phil Mitchell. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Cow, 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 cow. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Phil Mitchell. Sayori barely manages to speak better between her sobs. The stream is sponsored by Big Cow. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. What? What? Phil is even better. Okay, why is Phil the worst? Phil! Phil! No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, this is painful, then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I will find a way to control your feelings. Phil will cure your mental illness. I don't understand any of my feelings, Phil Mitchell. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? Oh my god, stay away from me, Phil. Stay away from me. My parents say you can't come to my house anymore. It's what I want. Oh my gosh. Okay. I promise. When you unlock an emote, do you keep it permanently? I don't actually know. I don't know the truth about emotes. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. My cat stopped meowing. I guess she's invested in this. Great. The existential horror of emotes. Oh my god. I'm getting tired. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. Look, she's busy. She's busy streaming, probably. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand. Stop saying that, King. Just be like, I understand. How hard is that? Honestly. Just be like, yeah, I get it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? But that would be lying. I mean, I guess I just don't get how he wouldn't understand it. That people sometimes don't want to do a thing, right? So it's like, come on. Come on, baby. But you know, I don't know, it doesn't feel nice to have someone say, I don't understand to you about this kind of stuff, right? Like, just be like, okay, cool. I'm actually a person with 2 brain cells, so I do understand. I do understand. Alright, I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri's about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Ah, thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. Have you tried the KFC day exam? Yes. I like that. It's fun. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. Ah, I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. The real message about the game is get in touch with your own emotions, which will make you a better person and friend. Oh my god, this sweater. Yes, this sweater. This is a good one. It's good. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. Did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. Honestly, turtlenecks, I think they look good on everybody, and we should all wear them. We should all wear matching turtlenecks. It's not cold enough for them, but we should wear them. At least I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it will be fine. Guys wearing sweaters is gross. Hey, you shut your mouth. I'm sure it will be fine. I take Yuri to my room. Oh my god, look at his... He has a lot of books for someone who doesn't read. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. Oh look, he's got a keyboard. It's so clean. I cleaned it before you came over, so that's very considerate of you to do. I said what I said. How dare you? Oh no. I'm so ready for fall. Oh, hell yeah. I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. Alright, I gotta end the stream. I gotta be done for today. It's been almost 4 hours. So... I'm sleepy. Thank you for hanging out. I'm gonna see, let's see, we can raid Sean, I guess. And I will stream the rest of this game tomorrow, starting at 6 p.m. BST. So yeah, we'll finish it tomorrow. What a place to end the stream. Yeah, okay. Thanks for the follow, Heartbroken Lamb, and bye everybody. Blah, blah, blah.